Newsbreak, the show covering everything happening around Charles County Public Schools. I'm Madeline Mudd. The school system comes up with a lot of interesting programs for students to learn. You can see it all around the school system, which proves there are no depths the school system won't go to give students a unique educational experience. On February 5th, North Point High School students got the chance to dive with a purpose. Their instructors were professional divers from the Scuba Center, an outdoor wreck of Solomon's Island. After a lecture, students headed to the pool, strapped on some gear, put a regulator in their mouth, and went under. Each student took a lap around North Point's pool. Before taking a dip, each student learned about scuba diving during two distinct units. The science unit dealt with the science of diving and underwater ecosystems, while the history unit focused on sea exploration and national marine sanctuaries like the one in Mallows Bay. Diving with a purpose allowed each of these students to see how two different subjects can overlap and intermingle while giving them a great experience.
It felt pretty great. It was kind of natural. Of course, I had an initial shock, kind of weird, having to breathe underwater, especially through my mouth, but I got used to it pretty quickly and it was really fun.
I wouldn't say an out-of-body experience, but it's a very tranquil experience being under there. It's not something you go in, you don't panic, it's very easy.
It's actually pretty easy. It's just, it's a little different when you first get down there. Your ears start to get weird, but at the same time, it's pretty cool.
Each of these students will also get a chance to visit Mallows Bay on a field trip in the spring. This is the second year Charles County Public Schools has hosted Diving with a Purpose. The program was piloted at Henry E. Lackey High School last year. Students at Lackey are set to dive in April. You can see some of the unique ways each of the 36 Charles County Public Schools are learning and celebrating the contributions African Americans made to the United States. Some schools display projects, whether they are reports or pieces of art. Other schools hold assemblies. John Hanson Middle School held an activity on February 15th that was a little of everything. During school, every student came to the gym to learn about the Great Migration. It's a period of history where many African Americans moved out of the South from 1916 to 1970 in search of a better way of life and more opportunities. Students were given this pamphlet and investigated several stations to learn about life in that period. You could learn about various historical figures like Katherine Johnson, who was instrumental in the space program, or inventor Otis Boykin, who helped design parts of guided missiles and the pacemaker. Students also got to learn about day-to-day items from the Great Migration, like hair care products, food, and music, albeit with a 21st century touch. Several Hanson students were surprised with what they learned.
It's very nice that the school took their time out to do this for a day. 6 million African Americans moved over north to have a better life.
I felt it was tough because they had to leave all their family and friends just to go to another place.
They should know that their ancestors had to do that for them. Because if they never did anything, we wouldn't know what it would be like for society today.
Students also had a living history museum set up in the library and posters honoring several trailblazing African American athletes of that era. February also means it's Job Shadow Month in Charles County Public Schools. Why else do you think the superintendent of schools and board chairman are okay with students sitting next to them during school hours? Students from Arthur Middleton, Mary B. Neal, and Indian Head elementary schools got to experience what a board member does during the February 12th meeting. One of the highlights of the meeting was the presentation of the James E. Richmond Leadership and Excellence Award to Executive Director of Schools Marvin Jones. As you can see, Mr. Jones received a standing ovation for his contributions to the school system and 19 years of helping students succeed. Mr. Jones is the 6th recipient of the award. The board also recognized staff and students from St. Charles High School, Benjamin Stoddard Middle School, Dr. James Craik, Malcolm, and J.C. Parks Elementary Schools. The board also honored several high school students for their endeavors in art and theater. If you want to watch the board meeting on your own time, all you need to do is go to ccboe.com/ccpstv. Any video is available, including a feature on how Mount Hope Nanjamoy Elementary School went from a school of choice to a school of national distinction. You can also look for a profile on a 1,000-point scorer at Henry E. Lackey High School in the near future. Any video can be viewed on any device, so check it out today. It's time for News to Know, a segment that gives you the dates, times, places, and events that you need to know. That is why we call it News to Know. Schools will dismiss 2 hours early on March 13th. Here are some future dates for the SAT and ACT. The SAT will be held on March 9th and May 4th. The ACT will be held on April 13th and June 8th. Students should visit their school's counseling office to get more information on taking either test. Can you spell anticipation? These students can. Charles County Public Schools will hold a spelling bee on March 6th from Piccowaxen Middle School. If you can't attend, catch it live on the front of ccboe.com. Coverage starts at 5:30 p.m. with the bee beginning at 6 sharp. Come to St. Charles High School on March 16th to see some of the projects students create. Charles County Public Schools will hold its annual History, Industry, Technology, and Science Expo, better known as the HITS Expo. You can check it out from 1 to 5 in the afternoon with an award ceremony starting at 5:30 in the auditorium. That will do it for this edition of Newsbreak. I'm Madeline Mudd. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in March. Bye!
Welcome to On Air, the show that highlights the people and programs that make Charles County Public Schools great. Over the next half hour, you will learn about the academic, athletic, and artistic accomplishments of Charles County Public Schools students. You will also meet the men and women who work hard to help these students succeed. We hope you enjoy our show. And now it's time for our first story. When the bell rings at John Hanson Middle School and La Plata High School, you may notice students sporting a new accessory. Both schools, along with J.P. Ryan Elementary School, are piloting a program where students are required to wear ID badges. This will become the norm for all Charles County Public School students next school year. So far, the response has been positive about Charles County Public Schools' latest safety and security measure.
I think it's a good idea, especially with nowadays. It's a good way to know who's going in and who's going out at all times.
I know who's a part of John Hanson. You have to have one of these or a sticker to be able to be in the building.
I think this has been something that the school system has wanted to do, and the time felt right. We're hoping that we can get some good feedback from the students and the staff on better ways that we can improve the program before we roll it out to the entire system.
Funding for the badges comes from the Maryland Safe Schools and Security Grant issued by the Maryland Center for School Safety. Each badge features a student's life-touch picture, school, grade, and a barcode. Every student is required to wear the badges at all times during school hours. In addition to making the students feel safer, the badges have other functions too.
We'll be able to get kids in and out of the both coming to school and leaving school process a little faster.
I personally use them in the lunch line. Instead of having to type in my number, I can just scan my badge and take whatever I got.
Not every teacher knows every kid's name, and they're not going to recognize a kid all the time. So this would be like, oh, this is the kid, he has a badge.
In addition, the badges allow administrators to create educational experiences for students.
Our PBIS is I Work. It stands for welcoming, organized, respectful, and kind. So it is tying into our PBI expectation of being organized. Like I have what I need to come to school to work.
In the 21st century, a majority of organizations are utilizing ID technology to either gain access or to confirm access or to confirm that you belong there. And we're preparing our kids for that.
Students who lose or misplace their badges will need to wear a temporary one until a replacement is issued. While a lost badge may be a concern, take comfort from these students who've only been wearing the badges for a short time.
When you're wearing it, just keep it somewhere where it can't fall off, around your neck.
I really just leave it on my, a pocket near my book bag to keep it. When I go home, I know it's there.
It's going to be a little weird at first, but it'll become routine. It's no different than remembering your lunch number or anything like that.
School system officials will look into expanding the functionality of the badges down the road, but their main purpose is to enhance safety and security. So far, it has given these schools peace of mind knowing their building is a safe place to be.
Make me feel safer, yeah.
It definitely gives you a little bit more security and like safety, knowing that there's a system that's monitoring who's coming in and who's going out at all times.
Our school was safe without it because nothing has happened yet, but I feel like with this, it made it even safer.
Parents want to ensure that their kids are in a safe environment and getting a good education, and I think this is another layer to help with the safe environment as they're getting that good education.
I see technology as the backbone to providing student safety here in the district. For instance, we ensure that we have a network and infrastructure in place to support a lot of our programs that currently run through all of our various staff offices, whether it's from our bus tracking system that runs on our network to our surveillance systems, as well as our visitor management portal where we check our visitors against the sex offender database. We make sure that our network and infrastructure is in place to keep our students safe. We utilize a multi-layered approach to protect student data. We're constantly looking for ways and programs to ensure that we can continuously block out malicious content and help protect us from intrusion from cyber attackers. For instance, we just went through a selection process to utilize a new content filtering system. The system is much more robust than what we were utilizing before, and it allows another layer of added security to help block out malicious content for our students. As well as we use a program called Land School in our computer labs to help staff monitor what our students are doing, as well as block applications so that they can keep our students on track to learn the lessons that they need to learn in that particular unit of instruction. We also utilize different programs such as malware to help block out malicious content. In our email system, we have a 3-layered filtering approach to help block out a lot of the malicious emails that try to get through to our system. Since I've taken over, we've had really good audits. Every year we undergo equipment evaluations. We just most recently replaced some of our server equipment to make sure that it's up to standard based on state and local laws. Once we're made aware of an incident of intrusion, we are actively on it and we work diligently around the clock to ensure that that doesn't happen again. Certainly my team of IT support are amazing at what they do, and they actively monitor our network for such intrusions and inappropriate access.
When the weather gets colder outside, the waters in here get choppier. It's high school swim season in Charles County Public Schools, and Westlake's Courtney Schaefer is in her element.
I've had people tell me I'm like a fish because I swim a lot. Whenever I'm like in the water, I just feel really like passionate about it.
The senior has been swimming competitively since 6th grade. She swims in several events for the Wolverines: the women's 200-yard medley and 200-yard freestyle relays, the 50-yard freestyle, and the 100-yard breaststroke. Like any student who starts swimming competitively, you start off as a lump of clay. Courtney's coaches work with her to improve her times each year, but believe she has sculpted her own success.
She drives herself a lot, and that's a unique quality that a lot of teenagers don't have, that she's been able to develop.
Her hard work and her just being able to accept the critiques, being able to accept the suggestions that we've given her over the last 4 years, she just excels at whatever she does.
The only accident for Courtney's high school swim career was when she and her coach discovered her best event.
My sophomore year, we had this one girl who was a senior, and she wasn't there that meet. So I was like, can I try breaststroke?
I was like, yeah, I guess we could try it. She's always been a sprint freestyler. And then she hit the water with breaststroke, and I was like, holy cow.
And he said, my time was pretty good. And he was like, why didn't I know this before? And I'm like, I don't know. I've never swam it since middle school. Since then, that's what I've been doing. And then last year, I dropped like 6 seconds throughout the season.
Her ability to just want to jump in and try new things, and she wants to learn, and she just sponges up everything that she wants to know. How can I do better? What can I do better?
That's because Miss Schaefer always puts her best foot forward. During her last academic quarter, Courtney accumulated a 4.45 GPA, taking AP Calculus, AP Physics, and 2 advanced level engineering classes, Civil Engineering and Engineering Design and Development. Guess what she's working on in the latter?
We have to make our own patent actually on something that we think would benefit the community, which what I'm doing is I'm trying to make a better pair of goggles. They tend to slip off or they're uncomfortable, and I don't want that when I'm racing, because if they're comfortable, I'm not thinking about that and I'm just thinking about my performance.
It's not all studying and swimming. Courtney played field hockey and ran cross country in the fall and will run track in the spring. She also took one class each year at Westlake to explore an interest, whether it was theater arts or this year's ceramics.
I like to try a little bit of everything so that I can see what my potential is really, because I'm not going to know if I'm good at making clay pots if I don't do it.
After graduation, this swimming sensation heads off to warmer waters down in Florida. Courtney will enroll at the University of Tampa, whether she will pursue a mechanical engineering degree or major in marine biology. Before she locks in on those goals, one more is pressing. Courtney Schaefer wants to leave her mark at Westlake before making her mark in the real world.
Breaststroke is my #1 stroke, and last year I ended the season with a 122.
Make sure they're secured, make sure that students are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. But, my main focus here is building and establishing positive relationships with the students and help them make good decisions.
He's a cool person to have a conversation with about things like how my day going, how his day going, and school, life, basketball.
I didn't really start going to him with stuff until last year. Officer Payne, one day I was looking sad. He pulled me into the office, asked if I was okay. I talked to him about it. He's always been super nice, always says hi in the hallway. Make sure he asks me how my classes are going.
There's really never a time that you don't see him in between classes unless he's doing a DARE program at an elementary or middle school.
So to make sure that this is a safe environment, it all comes back, #1, with the students, is creating a good relationship with them. Everything starts off with, I visit their earth science class. The first time I talk to them, I want them to know who I am, a little bit about myself. So when they see Officer Payne, they trust me. They know that I have good intentions, that I don't come to work every day to lock them up. They're more inclined to come and tell me things that they hear. If there's a confrontation going on with other students, when they bring me that information, that's what makes and creates a safer environment here at the school. It's just being in the know and knowing what the kids are experiencing.
If anyone was, bothering me and I didn't feel comfortable, I would go to him ASAP because I know he'll get the problem fixed.
It's just comfortable with him here, knowing that if we do have a school shooter, because I know there has been a lot of school shooters, that we have help here already, and he knows what he's doing.
You will find me on social media sites. I'll talk to parents, and I encourage them to have access to their children online accounts. And if there's anything that occurs outside of the school, then I know there's a possibility that that can roll into the school and create an unsafe environment. So we like to be on top of those things.
A lot of students, when they see police officers, they think instant confrontation, and that's not Officer Payne. He is not a confrontational person. He speaks very calmly. He's very transparent with the kids. He's honest with them. And I think that's where the respect comes from.
Before I started high school, I'm going to admit I did have a stigma about police officers. I came here and he kind of changed my outlook on that. When I get older, I actually want to be an MP, a military police officer. So I feel like he overall changed that. The interaction with the police officer changes that stigma people have.
And that helps transition into the community when our students leave here. They know that police officers, they're a good resource to stop things from happening.
Any positive interactions that I have or any events that I attend at the school, I take pictures of it and share it on the social media account. And that it's not only great too for the students, but Also for the parents, because when they can get on to their social media accounts or Instagram and see all the positive things that we're doing in the school, not just here for a security presence, makes our job more valuable. Good morning.
Having him here in the building, most definitely we're safer.
I feel safe.
I feel like it puts everybody at ease that we have resource officers there in case something like that does happen.
Good morning, guys. I like coming here and just trying to make a difference. There's so many issues that are going on, around the nation, and I want to be in the front line. I want to put my thumbprint and make a difference by just being active and demonstrating the positive change that I want to see in today's, police interactions with the youth. Good morning, guys. How you doing, man?
My arm exploded when I was little because I was
Good evening and welcome to the 41st Annual Charles County Spelling Bee. My name is Carrie Akins. I'm a Career and Technology Education Instructional Specialist and, importantly tonight, the Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program. I would like to begin by thanking the Piccowaxen Orchestra, led by Miss Bailey Fulkrode, for entertaining us with their musical selection. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, please rise for the presentation of the colors presented by the La Plata High School Junior ROTC under the direction of Gunny Sergeant Bailey, followed by Harry Kremmelmeyer, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Color guard, attend, hut. Carry. Colors. Ready, cut. Right turn, march. Left, forward, march. Left turn, march. Color guard, halt. Reset, colors.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carry, colors. Right turn, march. Forward, march.
You may be seated. Thank you, Harry. I would now like to introduce Mr. Wendell Martin, Principal of Piccowaxen Middle School, who will give the welcome and introduce our special guests.
Good evening. Welcome to the Charles County Public Schools 41st Annual Spelling Bee. My name is Wendell Martin, and I'm the principal here at Piccowaxen Middle School. We are elated to host you this evening for this fun-filled competition. Before we continue with the bee, I would like to recognize some distinguished guests. Please stand to be recognized as I call your name. We have Virginia R. McGraw, Chairman of the Board of Education. Michael Lucas, Board Member. Amy L. Holstein, Deputy Superintendent. Vic Samuels, VP Community Relations, Educational Systems, Federal Credit Union. Christina Caballero, Principal, Matthew Henson Middle School. Ben Colhorst, Principal, John Hanson Middle School. Sonia Blue, Principal of Mattawoman Middle School. Brenda Tillotson, Principal of Smallwood Middle School. Kim McLaren, Principal at Davis Middle School. Sandra Taylor, Principal of Summers Middle School. Linda Bourne, Principal, Archbishop Neal. And Charlene Thompson, Dean of Student Affairs for Southern Maryland Christian Academy. We want you to have an awesome evening listening to the spellers who have studied long and hard to wow us with their impressive spelling abilities. While we anticipate nothing short of a great time, I do need to make you aware of where the exits are in the event of an emergency. In addition to the front entrance where you came in, there's an exit over here and an exit over here. but we won't be using those tonight. Thank you. Again, on behalf of Piccowaxen Middle School, we welcome you to the B. Sit back and RELAX and ENJOY. And be entertained, be kind, and be our guest. Thank you very much.
On behalf of Charles County Public Schools, I would also like to acknowledge and thank the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, SMECO, and the Charles County Public Library System for their many contributions to the Spelling Bee. Could the representatives from the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, SMECO, and the Charles County Public Libraries please stand? Please join me in giving them a round of applause for their support. Their continued support makes this annual event possible. Thank you so much. And now it is with great pleasure that I introduce the Spelling Bee coaches who will introduce the Spelling Bee team from their respective schools. Our first team is Matthew Henson with coaches Holly Darby and Debbie Holder.
Debbie Holder, and we're going to introduce our great Matthew Henson Middle School spelling team.
First, we have Olivia McNeil, grade 8. Kate Rutter, grade 8. Zara Ramakadwala, grade 7. Spencer McCarter Dotsey, grade 6. And Biabule Nathan Samuel Horsfall, grade 6.
Our next school is Archbishop Neal's School with our sponsors Susan Gardner and Denise Oglesby.
We have Alex Coughlin, grade 8. Aaron Mayers, grade 7. Luke Wilkie, grade 7. Faith Harris, grade 7. And Claire Jackson, grade 6.
Please welcome Southern Maryland Christian Academy with sponsors Candace Crawford and Lewis Washington.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lois Washington, and I am the spelling bee coach at Southern Maryland Christian Academy. I'm here to introduce our team, first starting with Zion Iriyanikon, grade 8. Next, we have Lanaya Keys, grade 8. Tyler Stewart, grade 8. Hannah Rogers, grade 7. And Christian Silvestri, grade 7. Thank you.
Please welcome Mattawoman Middle School with sponsor Margot Savoy.
Good evening. Please welcome Adam Alatis, Andrew Bethia, Riley Richards, and Elise Schotis.
Let's welcome Theodore G. Davis Middle School with sponsors Kimberly Johnson and Natalie Gerhardt.
Good evening, everybody. Ms. Johnson and I are pleased to announce our Theodore G. Davis spellers. We have Ashley Rodriguez, grade 8, Oria Umar, grade 8, Deanna Athea Calabag, grade 6, Martina Marchi, grade 6, and Jaden Strader, grade 6.
Please welcome St. Peter's School with sponsor Haley Potter.
Hello, everyone. Our spellers today are Kathleen Kane and Abigail Vanas in 8th grade, Isabella Diabansu and Ian Takistakis in 7th grade, and Isaiah Waring in 6th grade.
Please welcome St. Mary's Bryantown with sponsor Vicki Vanny.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us. Our spellers this evening, Jonathan Van Crawford, 8th grade, Vincent Wart, 8th grade, Julie Perello, grade 6, Donovan Dela Cruz, grade 6, and our alternate, Agmaris Elias. Thank you.
Please welcome Piccowaxen Middle School with sponsor Nancy Buter.
Good evening. Piccowaxen's team is 8th grader Ariel Hubbard, Charles Lunsford, 8th grade, Aiden Givney, 7th grade, Sequoia Hamill, 7th grade, and Taylor Weaver, 7th grade.
Please welcome Benjamin Stoddart Middle School with sponsor Catherine Carney.
Good evening. We have 8th grader Jalen Jones, 8th grader Jaron Woodward, 7th grader Sydney Gunther, 7th grader Claire Augustin.
Please welcome General Smallwood Middle School with sponsors Richard Weiss and Carla Joyner.
Okay, in 8th grade we have Ethan Yake, 7th grade Kevin Kankanamaj, also in 7th grade Jeremiah Seeger and Tiwa Dapo Adeyemo, and in 6th grade Bryce Payne.
Please welcome John Hanson Middle School with sponsors Patricia Hodson and Adam Kennedy.
Good evening. I'm Pat Hodson. I'm the coach of John Hanson. We have Olivia Robinson, 8th grade, Teron Bates, 7th grade, Quentin Mahoney, 7th grade, Sophia Porter, 6th grade, and Joshua Van, 8th grade, is our alternate.
And finally, please welcome Milton M. Summers Middle School with sponsors Valerie Amon and Farrah Wallant.
Hi, I'm very pleased to introduce our Milton Summers Spelling Bee team, all 8th graders, all 5 8th graders. We have Jack Alcorn, Zoe Hakeem, Todd T.J. Taylor, Trinity Treadway, and our fabulous alternate, Chloe Batista. Thank you.
Welcome to all the teams. Next on the program is John Tompkins, content specialist for middle school language arts, who will read the procedures for the spelling bee.
Hello, here's the rules for the spelling bees, tonight's spelling bee. Number 1, schools teams will approach the microphone together when it's their school's turn to spell. Contestants should return to their seats after spelling the word in the round. 2, each student will be given a new word to spell in each round. 3, the caller will pronounce the spelling word once. 4, after the caller gives the contest the word, the contestant may choose to pronounce the word before spelling it, after spelling it, or not at all. 5, if a contestant does not understand the word given, he or she may ask the caller to say the word again, define it, use it in a sentence, provide a part of speech, provide the language of origin, or provide an alternate pronunciation. Judges do have the right to disqualify a candidate, though, who takes too much time. If a contestant begins spelling a word and then goes back to the first letter, the speller must spell the word in the same way on the second try. If the letters or sequence is changed in the respelling, the speller will be disqualified. 7, contestants who misspell a word will take a seat in the designated areas to join their coach at the end of the round. 8, judges will verify the accuracy of each spelling. 9, Any questions related to the spelling of a word should be referred to the judges immediately by the team coach. The deadline for making a protest is before the contestant affected would have received his or her word had he or she stayed in the contest. 10, the judges are in complete control of the spelling bee. Their decision shall be final on all questions. 11, if there's a difference of opinion amongst the judges, the caller will be given a new word to the contestant. 12, the bee will continue by rounds until there are 2, 3, 4, or 5 participants remaining. These contestants will then be in the playoff rounds. We wish you all luck.
And now, Ms. Kathleen Davis, high school resource teacher, will begin the first round of the spelling bee. Good luck to all the contestants.
Hey spellers, how you doing? Right before we get started, I think we just need to clear our breath before we go. Ready? Everybody, with me. Deep breath in. Hold it. Deep breath out. Everybody smile. First team, approach the microphones. As you do so, I want you to just kind of decide by height which microphone would be the best one for you to stand at. Your whole team will come and stand, everybody will spell, and then you'll all return to your seats, whether you get the word right or wrong at this point, okay? Here we go. Transect.
Can you repeat the word?
Transect.
Transect. T-R-A-N-S-E-C-T.
Correct. Inferno.
Can you repeat the word?
Inferno.
Inferno. I-N-F-E-R-N-O. Inferno.
Correct. Hosta.
Can you please repeat the word?
Hosta.
H-O-S-T-A.
Correct. This word has a homonym. Clapboard. It's a noun meaning a narrow board that is usually thicker at one edge than the other and is used for weatherboarding outside walls.
Can you repeat the word?
Clapboard.
C-L-A-P-B-O-A-R-D.
Correct. Next team. Parents and audience members, we're going to get through a whole round, and then we're going to all just clap at once for everybody, okay? So hang with me. Stoic.
Can you repeat the word?
Stoic.
Can you give me the origin?
Originally Greek, this word went into Latin before becoming English.
Can you give me a definition?
Not affected by passion or feeling, especially manifesting indifference to pleasure or pain.
Stoic. Stoic. S-T-O-I-C. Stoic.
Correct. Portfolio.
Could you please repeat the word?
Portfolio.
Portfolio. Could you use it in a sentence?
Mr. Barnstone set his portfolio behind the door as he entered the house.
Portfolio. Portfolio. P-O-R-T-F-O-L-I-O. Portfolio.
Correct. Hawthorne.
Could you please repeat the word?
Hawthorne.
Could you please give me the definition?
A spring flowering shrub or tree having usually thorny branches, white or pink fragrant flowers, and small red fruits.
Hawthorne. H-A-W-T-H-O-R-N. Hawthorne.
Correct. Plateau.
Can you please repeat the word?
Plateau.
Plateau. P-L-A-T-E-A-U. Plateau.
Correct. Next team, please. Shogun.
Can you please repeat?
Shogun.
Definition.
A military governor of Japan before the mid-19th century revolution with power exceeding the emperor's.
Shogun. S-H-O-G-U-N. Shogun.
Correct. Temporal.
Temporal. T-E-M-P-E-R-A-L. Temporal.
Incorrect. Sputnik.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sputnik.
Sputnik. S-P-U-T-N-I-C-K. Sputnik.
Incorrect. Haiku.
Could you please repeat the word?
Haiku.
Haiku. H-A-I-K-U. Haiku.
Correct. Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, mutable. It's an adjective meaning open to debate, debatable.
Can you please repeat the word?
Mutable.
Can you please repeat it one more time?
Mutable.
Can you give me another definition?
I can repeat the definition. Open to debate, debatable.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Mutable.
M-O-U-T-A-B-L-E.
Incorrect. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. F-R-A-N-K-E-N-S-T-E-I-N. Frankenstein.
Correct. Gondola.
Gondola. G-O-N-D-A-L-A.
Incorrect. Hydrology.
Could you please repeat the word?
Hydrology.
Definition, please.
A science dealing with the properties, distribution, and circulation of water.
Hydrology. H-Y-D-R-O-L-O-G-Y. Hydrology.
Correct. Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, pundit. It's a noun meaning an authority or one who announces judgments, opinions, or conclusions in an authoritative manner, a critic.
Could you please repeat the word?
Pundit.
Pundit. P-U-N-D-I-T. Pundit.
Correct. Kahuna.
Can you please repeat the word?
Kahuna.
Kahuna. Kahuna.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word, topography. It's a noun meaning the art or practice of graphic delineation and detail, usually on maps or charts of selected natural and man-made features of a place or region, especially in a way to show their relative positions and elevations.
Could you please repeat the word?
Topography.
Could you please repeat the word?
Topography.
Can I have the definition?
The art or practice of graphic delineation in detail, usually on maps or charts of selected natural and man-made features of a place or region, especially in a way to show their relative positions and elevations.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Identifying the enemy's rocket sites will require an expert in topography.
Topography. T-O-P-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y, topography.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, jackal. It's a noun meaning any of several small wild dogs of the old world, less daring than wolves, sometimes hunting in packs, but more usually singly or in pairs, and feeding on carrion and small animals.
Can you please repeat the word?
Jackal.
Jackal. J-A-C-K-A-L. Jackal.
Correct.
Next team, please. Obstinate.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Obstinate.
Can I have the definition?
Pertinaciously adhering to an opinion, purpose, or course, not yielding to reason, arguments, or other means.
Can I have the language of origin?
The word is from Latin.
Can you repeat the word?
Obstinate.
Obstinate. O-B-S-T-A-N-E-N-T, obstinate.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word, rotunda. It's a noun meaning a round building, especially one that is round both outside and inside and is covered by a dome.
May I have all the information, please?
The word's from Italian, which formed it from a Latin word. It's a noun. It's a round building, especially one that's round both outside and inside and covered by a dome. The carousel is located in a large rotunda.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Rotunda.
Rotunda. R-O-T-U-N-D-A, rotunda.
Correct.
Semantics.
Semantics. May I please have the definition?
The study dealing with the relations between signs and what they refer to. The relations between the signs of a system and human behavior in reaction to signs.
May you please repeat the word?
Semantics.
Semantics. S-E-M-A-N-T-I-C-S. Semantics.
Correct.
Persimmon.
Can you repeat the word?
Persimmon.
Definition, please.
A medium-sized tree of the southern and eastern United States with hard, fine-grained wood, oblong leaves, and bell-shaped flowers, followed by an orange, several-seeded berry that is edible when fully ripe, but usually extremely astringent when unripe.
Persimmon. P-E-R. S-I-M-M-O-N, persimmon.
Correct.
Next team, please. Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. E-N-T-H-U-S. I-A-S-M, enthusiasm.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, langosta. It's a noun meaning a South or Central American spiny lobster.
Could you please repeat the word?
Langosta.
What is the origin?
The word is from a word that went from Latin to Spanish.
Could you please repeat the word again?
Langosta.
Langosta. L-A-N-G-O-S-T-A.
Correct.
Nirvana.
Can you please repeat the word?
Nirvana.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Fiona's idea of nirvana is a weekend at her lakeside cabin.
May I please have the definition?
A place or state of rest, harmony, or pleasure.
Nirvana. N-E-R-V-A-N-A.
Incorrect.
Pumpernickel.
Could you please repeat the word?
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel. P-U-M-P-E-R-N-I-C-K-E-L. Pumpernickel.
Correct.
Next team, please. Analysis.
Analysis. A-N-A-L-Y-S-I-S.
Correct.
Bower.
Could you repeat the word?
Bower.
Could you use it in a sentence?
The shade provided by the bower was much appreciated in the summer.
Bower. B-O-W-E-R.
Correct.
Vendetta.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Vendetta.
Use it in a sentence.
The official who was fired accused the mayor of having a vendetta against him.
What's the origin?
This word came from Italian, which formed it from a Latin word.
Vendetta. V-E-N-D-E-T-T-A.
Correct.
Kremlin.
C-R-E-M-L-I-N. Kremlin.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. As you're coming forward, I'm going to let the whole team spell. I'm going to ask you all just to remain standing, and then you all return to the seats at the same time. Good? Good. Here we go. Syntax.
Can I get a definition?
Sentence structure.
Can you repeat the word?
Syntax.
Syntax. S-E-N-T-A-X, syntax.
Incorrect.
Juggernaut.
Can you repeat the word?
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut. Juggernaut.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Autobahn. It's a noun meaning a German, Swiss, or Austrian expressway.
Autobahn. Autobahn. Autobahn.
Correct.
Sequin.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sequin.
Can I have the definition?
A small ornament, as a flat disc, star, or other shape, usually of shiny metal or plastic pierced with a hole for sewing onto cloth and decorative designs.
Sequin. Sequin. Sequin.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word has a homonym. Palette. It's a noun meaning a particular range, quality, or use of color.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Palette.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Monet used a much darker palette at the beginning of his painting career than he used in his later years.
Palette. P-A-L-E-T-T-E. Palette.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Acme. It's a noun meaning the highest point or stage as of growth or development.
Can you repeat the word?
Acme.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The pop star's fans think she is at the acme of the music profession.
Can you repeat the word?
Acme.
Acme. A-C-M-E. Acme.
Correct.
Ominous.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Ominous.
Ominous. O-M-I-N-O-U-S.
Correct.
Doctrinaire.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Doctrinaire.
Can I have the definition?
One who attempts to put into effect some especially political theory with little or no regard for practical difficulties.
Doctrinaire. D-O-C-T-N-A. Can I start over?
You may.
D-O-C-T. R-I-N-A-I-R-E, Doctrinaire.
Incorrect.
Next team, please.
Yeah. Right. Technically, I can't do that again.
Knish.
Can you please repeat the word?
Knish.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Saul searched his new neighborhood in vain for a restaurant that served a decent knish.
Okay. K-A-N-I-S-H.
Incorrect.
Implement.
Can you please repeat the word?
Implement.
Implement. I-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T. Implement.
Correct.
Suave.
Can you please repeat the word?
Swab.
Can I have an origin?
This word came from French, which formed it from a Latin word.
Schwave.
Incorrect.
Alleviate.
Can you please repeat the word?
Alleviate.
Alleviate. Alliviate.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word has a near homonym, flamenco. It's a noun meaning a vigorous rhythmic dance of Andalusia.
Flamenco. FLAMENCO. Flamenco.
Correct.
Sallow.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sallow.
Have the definition, please.
Of a grayish, greenish, yellow color, suggesting sickliness, usually used of the skin or complexion.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sallow.
Sallow. SALLOW. Sallow.
Correct.
Cryptic.
Can you repeat the word?
Cryptic.
Cryptic. CRYPTIC. Cryptic.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, providence. It's a noun meaning divine guidance or care.
May you please repeat the word?
Providence.
May you use it in a sentence?
The crash victim credited her survival to the intervention of Providence.
Providence. PROVIDENCE. Providence.
Correct.
Let's give them a hand. Well done, spellers. If you happen to miss your word in that first round, we're going to ask you to now get up and head towards the back where you can sit with your coach, please.
She missed giving him a homonym, but the kid got it right.
Right, I noticed that. Yes, yeah.
Okay, spellers, if you're here, that means you're heading into round 2. Are you ready? We're going to take a deep breath in and out. Ready? Let's go. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Everybody give a smile. There's some science behind that smile, lessening the nervous muscles. Here we go. Team 1, head on up to the mic. Alliteration.
Can you repeat the word?
Alliteration.
Alliteration. ALLITERATION. Alliteration.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym, Homburg. It's a noun meaning a man's hat of smooth finished felt with a stiff curled ribbon-bound brim and a high tapered crown creased lengthwise.
Can you repeat the word?
Homburg.
Homburg. HOMBERG.
Incorrect.
Triumvirate.
Can you repeat the word?
Triumvirate.
TRIUMVIRATE.
Correct.
Pitch blend.
Can you repeat the word?
Pitch blend.
Can you say the definition?
A brown to black mineral that has a distinctive luster, contains radium, and is the chief ore mineral source of uranium.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A German chemist discovered uranium in pitchblende in 1789.
Pitchblende. Pitchblend.
Incorrect.
Thank you. Next team, please. Duena.
Can you repeat the word?
Duena.
Can you give me the origin?
This word is from a word that went from Latin to Spanish.
Duena. Can you give me the definition?
An elderly woman serving as governess and companion to the younger ladies in a Spanish or a Portuguese family.
Duena. D-U-E-N-A. Duena.
Incorrect.
Consensus.
Consensus. Could you please give me the definition?
Collective opinion, the judgment arrived at by most of those concerned.
Consensus. Could you please give me the root of origin?
This word is from Latin.
Consensus. C-O-N-S-E-N-S-U-S.
Correct.
Bravura.
Could you please repeat the word?
Bravura.
Could you please give me the definition?
A show of daring or brilliancy.
Could you please repeat the word?
Bravura.
Bravura. B R U V E U R A. Bravura.
Incorrect.
Gregarious.
Gregarious. G-R-E-G-A-R-I-O-U-S. Gregarious.
Correct.
Next team, please. Klompen.
Can you repeat the word?
Klompen.
The origin?
This word is from a Dutch word.
Klompen. C-L-U-M-P-I-N. Klompen.
Incorrect.
Impetuous.
Could you repeat that, please?
Impetuous.
Impetuous. I-M-P-E-T-U-O-U-S. Impetuous.
Correct.
Next team, please. Asterisk.
Asterisk. May you use it in a sentence, please?
The dagger usually follows the asterisk in the series of reference marks.
Asterisk. A S T E-R-I-S-C.
Incorrect.
Babushka.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Babushka.
Definition, please.
A usually triangular or triangularly folded kerchief worn over the head and usually tied under the chin.
Language of origin, please.
This word is from Russian.
Babushka. B-A-B-U-S-H-K-A.
Correct.
Next team, please. Omnivorous.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Omnivorous.
May I have the definition?
Eating everything, especially feeding on both animal and vegetable substances.
Omnivorous. O-M-N-I-V-O-R-O-U-S. Omnivorous.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, virtuosa. It's a noun meaning a woman who excels in the technique of an art, especially one who is a musical performer, as on the violin or the piano.
Could you please repeat the word?
Virtuosa.
Can I have the origin?
This word is from Italian.
Could you please repeat the word?
Virtuosa.
Could you please repeat the word?
Virtuosa.
Virtuosa. V-I-R-T-U-O-S-A. Virtuosa.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Prodigal. It's an adjective meaning given to reckless extravagance, unrestrained in spending or using up one's means.
Can you please repeat the word?
Prodigal.
Prodigal. P-R-O-D-I-G-A-L. Prodigal.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, monotonous. It's an adjective meaning having no change or variety, wearisomely uniform.
May I have all the information, please?
This word's from Greek. It's an adjective having no change or variety, wearisomely uniform. And the sentence, the lecturer's monotonous tone put half the audience to sleep.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Monotonous.
Monotonous. M-O-N-O-T-O-N-O-U-S. Monotonous.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, comma. It's a noun meaning enjoyment of the world of the senses, constituting one of the goals of humans in Hinduism.
Comma. K-A-M-A, comma.
Correct.
Pacifism.
Definition, please.
Opposition to war or violence as a means of settling disputes.
Pacifism. P-A-C-I-F-I-S-M. Pacifism.
Correct.
Next team, please. colloquial.
Can you please use the word in a sentence?
Eva's colloquial style lent an air of comfortable informality to her composition.
Colloquial. C-O-L-L-O-Q-U. I-A-L?
Correct.
Tariff. I'm sorry, let me see this whole thing. This word has a near homonym. Tariff, it's a noun, the duty or rate of duty imposed by a government on imported or exported goods for the production of revenue, for the artificial fostering of home industries, or as a means of coercing foreign governments to grant reciprocity privileges.
Could you please repeat the word?
Tariff.
Tariff. T-A-R-I-F-F.
Correct.
Next team, I'm sorry, please come forward. Sedilla.
Could you please repeat the word?
Sedilla.
Could you please use the word in a sentence?
Martha did not earn a perfect score on her French paper because she forgot to use a sedilla in the word garçon.
Sedilla. S-A-D-I-L-L-A. Sedilla.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Chagrin.
Can you repeat the word?
Chagrin.
Chagrin. S-H-A-G-R-I-N.
Incorrect.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Bayou. It's a noun meaning a creek, secondary watercourse, or minor river that is tributary to another river or body of water.
Could you repeat the word?
Bayou.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Dale's grandfather lives near a bayou in southern Alabama.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
Bio.
B-A-Y-O-U.
Correct.
Erudite.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Erudite.
Use it in a sentence, please.
The speaker's presentation was a compilation of research that would interest only the most erudite scholars in his field.
Repeat the word again, please.
Erudite.
A. R-E-O-D-I-T-E.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Savruga.
Can I have the definition?
A light to dark gray caviar from a sturgeon of a genus found in the Caspian Sea that has very small roe.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Savruga has the strongest flavor of all sturgeon eggs.
Can you repeat the word?
Savruga.
Savruga. S-A-V-R-U-G-A. Evrouga, Savruga.
Incorrect.
Koan.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The most widely known koan is the question, what is the sound of one hand?
AHN, koan.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Antipasto.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Antipasto.
Could I have a definition?
Felicia's favorite antipasto is fried mozzarella.
Language of origin?
This word came from Italian, which formed it from a Latin word.
Antipasto. A-N-T. E-P-A-S-T-O.
Incorrect.
Endemic.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Endemic.
Endemic. E-N-D-E-M-I-C. Endemic.
Correct.
Samurai.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Samurai.
Samurai. S-A-M-A-U-R-A-I.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Meistersinger.
Can you please repeat the word?
Meistersinger.
Meistersinger. M-E-I-S-T-E-R-S-I-N-G-E-R.
Correct. Next team, please. Amenable.
Amenable. A-M-E-N-A-B-L-E. Amenable.
Correct.
Nabob.
Can I have the definition, please?
A man of great wealth.
Nabob. N-A-B-O-B. Nabob.
Correct.
Ergonomic.
Can you tell me the definition?
Of or relating to the applied science of the relationship between people and their working environment.
Ergonomic. E-R-G-O-N-O-M-I-C. Ergonomic.
Correct.
Azure.
May you please repeat the word?
Azure.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Sarah prefers to call her eyes azure instead of blue.
Azure. A-Z-U-R-E. Azure.
Correct.
Round two. Let's give them a hand. And now, spellers, if you missed your word in that round, we're going to bid you adieu to the back of the room, and we'll give them a hand for their efforts this round. Audience members, how are you doing? Do you want to stand for a quick moment? Bleachers can be tough. Go ahead, let's stand. Stand and stretch.
We can give him another word.
Did you notice that? I did notice that.
Yeah.
But he didn't ask again. He didn't say
Right.
like.
Yeah, to clarify.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was on him.
Good stretch. While they're doing that, spellers, let's take our breath. Ready? Deep breath in.
Well, I didn't know if maybe
Hold it. Let it out. Wave to somebody standing up right now. Wave, smile, real quickly. Good. Okay. All right, parents and audience members, you ready for this? Let's sit for a spell. Go ahead.
I thought that, and I was like, but then
Yeah.
nobody said, you didn't say anything, so I thought, okay, well, maybe that.
All right, first team, please approach the microphones.
why I underline it or make a mark so I know what they asked for.
Dressage.
Can you repeat the word?
Dressage.
Dressage. Dressage. Dressage.
Correct.
Poltergeist.
Can you repeat the word?
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Correct.
Next team, please. Precipice.
Precipice. Are there any alternate pronunciations?
No alternate pronunciations.
Could you please give me all the information?
The word's from Latin. It's a noun. It means a very steep, perpendicular, or overhanging place as the face of a cliff. Just looking down from the precipice made Gloria dizzy.
Precipice. Precipice. Precipice.
Correct.
Mystique.
Mystique. M-I-S-T-I-Q-U-E. Mystique.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Quinine.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Quinine.
Can I have the definition, please?
A bitter alkaloid obtained from chincancha bark and used in medicine, especially in the form of salts.
Quinine. Quinine. Quinine.
Correct.
Next team, please. Mayonnaise.
Repeat the word.
Mayonnaise.
Definition, please.
A semi-solid dressing made by emulsifying a mixture of raw eggs or egg yolks, vegetable oil, and vinegar or lemon juice, usually together with salt and condiments.
Mayonnaise. M-A-Y-O-N-N-A-I-S-E.
Correct. Next team, please. Hedonism.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Hedonism.
Hedonism. Hedonism.
Correct.
Azimuth.
Could you please repeat the word?
Azimuth.
Can I have the origin?
The word is from Arabic.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Using a compass, the navigator estimated the azimuth of the star.
Could you please repeat the word?
Azimuth.
azimuth, A, Z, I, M, U, T, H, azimuth.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Inselberg. It's a noun meaning an isolated mountain partly buried by the debris derived from and overlapping its slopes.
Can you please repeat the word?
Inselberg.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The bare, rounded Inselberg of rock stands like an island in a sea of vegetation.
Inselberg. I-N-S-E-L-B-U-R-G. Inselberg.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, Cossack. It's a noun meaning a member of a favored military caste of Russian frontiersmen and border guards in Tsarist Russia who played an important part in Russian expansion.
May I have all the information, please?
The word is from a Turkish-derived Russian word and a Turkish-derived Ukrainian word. It's a noun meaning a member of a favored military caste of Russian frontiersmen and border guards in Tsarist Russia who played an important part in Russian expansion. And here's a sentence. The museum's hat display included one worn by a Cossack who was an ancestor of Mr. Khan, the curator.
Cossack. C-O-S-S-A-C-K. Cossack.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, opossum. It's a noun meaning an omnivorous, largely nocturnal and arboreal mammal that has a prehensile tail and an abdominal pouch to which the young are transferred at birth and that reputedly feigns death when startled or alarmed.
Opossum. O-P-O-S-S-U-M. Opossum.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, cachet. It's a noun meaning a characteristic feature or quality conferring prestige or distinction or inspiring respect.
What's the origin?
This word is from a French word.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Cachet.
C-A-C-H-E-T.
Correct. Next team, please. Anomaly.
Anomaly. A-N-O-M-A-L-Y. Anomaly.
Correct.
Cordovan.
Could you please repeat the word?
Cordovan.
Can I have the definition?
It's a variable color averaging a dark grayish red.
Could I have the origin?
This word is from a Spanish geographical name.
Could you repeat the word?
Cordovan.
Cordovan. C-O-R-D. A-V-I-N.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word, Hyperbole. It's a noun meaning extravagant exaggeration that represents something as much greater or less, better or worse, or more intense than it really is, or that depicts the impossible as actual.
Could you repeat the word?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole. Hyperbole.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word could be confused with a similar word. Tamarind. It's a noun meaning the fruit of a widely cultivated tropical tree that has seeds that are cooked and are also ground into meal.
Can you repeat the word?
Tamarind.
Tamarind. T-A-M-M-E-R-U-N-D. Tamarind.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Guillotine.
Can you please repeat the word?
Guillotine.
Guillotine. G-I-U-L-L-O-T-I-N-E.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Maladroit.
Maladroit. M-A-L-A-D-R-O-I-T. Maladroit.
Correct.
Borzoi.
Can I have the definition, please?
A breed of tall, slender, long-haired dogs of greyhound type developed in Russia especially for pursuing wolves.
Definition, please. I mean, origin, please.
This word is from Russian.
Russian, okay. Repeat the word, please.
Borzoi. I'm going to say that again. Borzoi.
Borzoi. B-O-R-Z-O-I.
Correct.
Serdab.
Could you repeat it?
Serdab.
Can I have the definition?
A living room in the basement of a house in the Near East that provides coolness during the summer months.
Can I have the origin?
This word is from a word that went from Persian to Arabic.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Saba spent most of the afternoon watching television in the Serdab.
Serdab. S-I-R-D-O-B. Serdab.
Incorrect.
Indigenous.
Can you please repeat the word?
Indigenous.
May you use it in a sentence?
The evergreen huckleberry is indigenous to the Pacific coast of the United States.
Indigenous. I-N-D-I-G-I-N-O-U-S. Indigenous.
Incorrect.
Let's give them a hand. There's round 3. Okay, spellers, if you misspelled your word in that round, we're going to ask you to head to the back.
257.
And I'm going to ask the spellers who remain to look at the rows in front of you, and if there's an empty row, to move forward and fill that row in, please. If there's an empty row in front of you, please have all spellers move forward just a little bit. Let's move forward a little bit. I'm going to rearrange. Oh, nope. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to stay in the same order, so just go right back. Maybe not on that side. Okay, good. Are we good? Okay, spellers, let's take a deep breath in and out. One more time, in and out. Okay. 257. Are we ready? Okay, you all are doing great. You're putting us under a spell, if we're able to say so, and we're going to have the first team head to the microphones. Détente.
Can you repeat the word?
Détente.
Can you give me the origin?
The word came from French, which formed it from a Latin word.
Détente. D-E-T-A-N-T-E. Détente.
Incorrect.
Cheka.
Can you repeat the word?
Cheka.
Can you give me the origin?
This word is from Russian.
T-C-H-A-I-K-A.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Escargot.
Escargot. Could you please give me the definition?
A snail prepared for use as food.
Could you give me the root of origin?
This word is from a word that went from Old Provincial to French.
Escargot. E-S-C-A-R-G-O. Escargot.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Conquistador.
Could you repeat that, please?
Conquistador.
Could you give me the word origin, please?
This word is from a word that went from Latin to Spanish.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Mr. Sanchez found the helmet of a conquistador deep in the canyon.
Conquistador. C-O-N-Q-U-I-S-T-A-D-O-R. Conquistador.
Correct.
Next team, please. Euthanasia.
Repeat the word, please.
Euthanasia.
Definition.
An act or practice of painlessly putting to death persons suffering from incurable conditions or diseases.
Euthanasia. E-U-T-H-A-N-A-S-I-A.
Correct.
Next team, please. Glockenspiel.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Glockenspiel.
May I have the language of origin?
This word is from a Celtic-derived German word plus a German word.
Glockenspiel. Glockenspiel. Glockenspiel.
Correct.
Mnemonic.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mnemonic.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mnemonic.
Can I have the origin?
This word is from Greek.
Could you please use it in a sentence?
Many children use the mnemonic word Holmes to help them name the Great Lakes.
Can I have the definition?
Assisting or intended to assist memory.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mnemonic.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mnemonic.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
No alternate pronunciations.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mnemonic.
Mnemonic. P. N. E. M. O. I. C. Mnemonic.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Philippic.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Philippic.
May I have all the information, please?
This word is from a Greek literary name. It's a noun meaning a discourse or declamation full of acrimonious invective, a tirade. And the sentence is, the candidate ended his campaign with a bitter philippic against his opponent.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Philippic.
Philippic. P-H-I-L-I-P-P-I-C. Philippic.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym, douane. It's a noun meaning a building where customs and duties are paid or collected and where vessels are entered and cleared.
Douane. D-O-U-A-N-E. Douane.
Correct.
Caballero.
Can you repeat the word?
Caballero.
Can I have all the information, please?
It's from a word that went from Latin to Spanish. It's a noun. It means one skilled in managing horses, used chiefly in the Southwest. Here's a sentence. For Halloween, Kenny dressed as a Spanish caballero and rode his pony from house to house.
Can you repeat the word?
Caballero.
C-A-B-A-L-L-E-R-O.
Correct.
Next team, please. This word has a near homonym, Wiccan. It's an adjective meaning of or relating to a religion that affirms the existence of supernatural power as magic and of both male and female deities who inhere in nature and that emphasizes ritual observance of seasonal and life cycles.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Celebrating the equinoxes and solstices is an important part of Wiccan practice.
Wiccan. W-I-C-K-E-N. Wiccan.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Fräulein.
Could you repeat the word?
Fräulein.
Could you use it in a sentence?
A Fräulein in a traditional Bavarian dress took the tourists through the old castle.
Definition, please.
A usually young unmarried woman, especially of Germany.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
There's Fräulein and Fräulein.
Could you repeat the word one more time?
Fräulein.
F-R-O-I-L-I-N-E.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. Prabhu.
Prabhu. P-R-A-B-H-U. Prabhu.
Correct.
Commissar.
Can I have the definition, please?
A Communist Party official who teaches party principles and policies and ensures party loyalty.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Commissar.
Commissar. C-O-M-M-I-S-S-A-R. Commissar.
Correct.
Big hand for our spellers. And we're going to continue that clapping if you misspelled your words. Spellers, we're going to ask you to head on. Thank you so much. Big hand. Say where we are. Parents, have you all been trying to spell the words? How would you still be sitting up here competing right now if it were you? Just curious. No, okay. All right. Gotcha. All right, spellers ready? Deep breath in. Hold it. Let it out. Big smile. Here we go. Speller to the microphone. This word could be confused with a similar word. Salam. It's a noun meaning a gesture made in token of respect or submission, performed by bowing very low and placing the right palm on the forehead.
Could you repeat that, please?
Salam.
Can I have the word origin, please?
This word is from Arabic.
Salam. S-A-L-O-M-N. Salam.
Incorrect.
Next speller, please. Dossier.
Repeat the word.
Dossier.
Definition, please.
It's an accumulation of records, reports, miscellaneous pertinent data, and documents bearing on a single subject of study or investigation. A file.
Dossier. D-O-S-S-I-E-R.
Correct.
Next speller. Bildungsroman.
Bildungsroman. Could you repeat the word, please?
Bildungsroman.
Bildungsroman. B-I-L-D-U-N-G-S-R-O-M-A-N. Bildungsroman.
Correct. Next team, please. Exacerbate.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Exacerbate.
May I have all the information, please?
This word's from Latin. It's a verb. It means to make more violent or bitter, to intensify the bad qualities of. Here's a sentence. Name calling will often exacerbate an already violent argument.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Exacerbate.
May I have the language of origin?
It's from Latin.
Exacerbate. E-X-A-S-C-E-R-B-A-T-E. Exacerbate.
Incorrect.
Garçon.
Garçon. May I please have the language of origin?
This word is from an originally Germanic word that became French before becoming English.
Garçon. G-A-R-C-O-N. Garçon.
Correct.
Munder.
Can I have all the information, please?
This word is from a word that went from Sanskrit to Hindi. It's a noun. It means a Hindu temple. And here's a sentence. The 900-year-old Mandir at Angkor Wat is the object of a massive restoration project that has lasted several decades.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Mandir.
Mandir. M-U-N-D-E-R.
Incorrect.
Next team, please. This word has a homonym, fennec. It's a noun meaning a small African fox of a pale fawn color that is remarkable for the large size of its ears.
Fennec. F-E-N-N-E-C, fennec.
Correct.
Jacamar.
Can I have the definition, please?
Any of many brightly colored birds inhabiting tropical forests from Mexico to Argentina, having a long, sharp bill and feeding on insects which they catch in flight.
Can I have the origin, please?
The word is from an originally Tupi word that passed into French.
Jacamar. J-A-C-K-A-M-A-R. Jacamar.
Incorrect.
Spellers, have a seat. Let's give them a hand. And if you misspelled your word, we're going to ask you to leave us at this time and head to the back of the room. And at this time, we're ready to shift our rules, and we're going to go into our finalists round. So parents, if you want to stand up real quick and stretch before we head right into that, please.
We got some serious spellers here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are amazing. No, but they're good. These guys are great right here.
They are.
Thank you. I'm so good.
See what happens.
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Where did John go? He's here. Okay.
Sure. Unless John has. What you want to do? I know, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, we need to move up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the little. Let's move on up. Top of the page. Yeah, it's We should just jump to 900. I'm just kidding. Is there a 900? No, there's not. Where do we go? Do we go to 500? That's it? Yeah. We only go to 500. Kathleen just breaking stuff. Yes. Plate up. Yeah, that's right across from Corvette. Yeah. He's played
All right, we're going to start with our final championship round, but first let's give them another round of applause. The rules change a little bit for the championship round. Before I start reading those, contestants, will you please reintroduce yourself to this crowd? So come on up. Go ahead.
My name is Adam, and I'm here representing Madwoman.
My name is Horia Omer, and I am representing Theodore G. Davis Middle School.
My name is Dia, and I'm representing St. Peter's Middle School.
My name is Jack, and I'm representing Milton Summers.
You can go ahead and sit down.
Don't want to keep you on the spot.
I'm not reading the words. So like I said, the rules changed a little bit, so here's a quick summary of the rules for the championship round. When the number of spellers has been reduced to 5 or fewer after the completion of a round, an announcement will be made that these are the finalists of the spelling bee and the team competition will be concluded. Spellers will continue to complete the rounds, advancing to the correct spelling of one championship word as outlined. First, congratulations to St. Peter's School for winning the team competition. If none of the spellers remaining in the spelling bee at the start of a round spells a word correctly during that round, all remain in that competition and a new round begins. If only one speller spells correctly in a round, a new one-word round begins and the speller is given an opportunity to spell the next word on the list. If the speller succeeds in correctly spelling the anticipated championship word in this one-word round, the speller is declared champion. If the speller misspells the anticipated championship word in a one-word round, a new round begins with all the spellers from the previous round. These spellers spell in their original order. I wish you all participants in tonight's contest good luck.
And just because you look like you might need it, deep breath in, hold it, deep breath out, and you may all approach the microphone. And just keep your order. This word could be confused with a similar word, antimony. It's a noun meaning a metalloid element that is commonly metallic, silvery white, crystalline, and brittle, and is used especially as a constituent of alloys.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Antimony.
Antimony. A-N-T-I-M-O-N-Y.
Correct. Decathlon.
Could you repeat the word?
Decathlon.
May I have the language of origin?
This word was formed in Greek from originally Greek elements.
Could you repeat the word again?
Decathlon.
Decathlon. Could you repeat the word again?
Decathlon.
Decathlon. D-I-C-A-T-H-A-L-O-N, decathlon.
Incorrect. Genocide.
Genocide. May I please have the definition?
The use of deliberate, systematic measures calculated to bring about the extermination of a racial, political, or cultural group, or to destroy the language, religion, or culture of a group.
Genocide. G-E-N-O-C-I-D-E. Genocide.
Correct. Nordic.
Nordic. May I have the origin?
This word came to English from French, which formed it from an originally English word and an originally Latin part.
Nordic. N-O-R-D-I-C. Nordic.
Correct. That's the end of our round, correct? Let's give them a hand. And let's give our finalists a hand for that round. We lost one. Let's give her a hand for a job well done. All right, spellers who are standing, we'll just do a quick little breathing spell. Ready? Breath in, breath out. Here we go. Allotment.
Repeat the word, please.
Allotment.
Definition.
A part or portion distributed or assigned.
Language of origin, please.
This word was formed in French from a word that consists of a Latin part and a part of Germanic origin, plus an English combining form.
Allotment. A-L-O-T-M-E-N-T.
Incorrect. This word could be confused with a similar word, neuron. It's a noun. I have a little more to give you. It's a noun meaning a nerve cell, especially with all of its processes.
Neuron. N-E-U-R-O-N. Neuron.
Correct. Attrition.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Attrition.
Attrition. May I have the definition?
A usually gradual reduction in the number of employees or participants, often without filling the vacancies.
Attrition. A-T-R-I-C-I-O-N. Attrition.
Incorrect. Okay, I want everyone to stay here, but we have one speller who got that word correct. Make your way forward. I have a word to give to you. If you spell this word correct, then you are the champion, okay? Pergola.
Pergola. May I please have all the information?
This word is from a word that went from Latin to Italian. It's a noun, and it means an open work arch or covering for a walk or passageway over which climbing plants are trained, an arbor, a trellis. And a sentence, Leilani planted grapevines and climbing roses beside the pergola.
Pergola. May you please repeat the word?
Pergola.
P-E-R-G May you please repeat the word?
Pergola.
Pergola, pergola?
Correct.
That was fantastic. Let's have another round of applause for all of the participants in today's Spelling Bee. And you can breathe again because it's over, okay? We will now have the presentations of prizes and awards by Miss Amy Holstein, Deputy Superintendent of Charles County Public Schools, Ms. Vic Samuels, Vice President of Community Relations for the Educational Systems Federal Credit Union.
Yes, good evening, everyone. It is on behalf of Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. You know, our core purpose is serving the education community, and tonight I can't think of any place I'd rather be than biting my nails for the spelling bee. I have to admit, I was an English major, and I was first words, I think, I was in the back, so you guys are amazing. Just amazing. And so it will be our pleasure to present an award in a few minutes, so we're going to shake hands with all the winners first. Fun.
All right, at this time, board members, could I ask you to please join us? We have with us Ms. Virginia McGraw, Chairman, and we have Mr. Michael Lucas. So, for the first award and year-long bragging rights, I'd like to congratulate St. Peter's School for winning the 2019 Charles County Spelling Bee, led by Haley Potter. Can you please come forward to reintroduce your winning team? Come on up and reintroduce your team for us.
All right, so again, we have Dia Bonsu, Kathleen Kane, Abigail Vanas, Ian Takistakis, and Isaiah Waring.
Come on down here. Okay, next, I'd like to recognize Adam Atlantis, Horia Umar, Dia Bonsu, and Jack Alcorn as the 2019 finalists for finishing in the final round of the 2019 Charles County Spelling Bee. Congratulations. Come on forward. Finalists, come on forward. And last, but certainly not least, let's give a huge round of applause for our Charles County Spelling Bee champion, Dia Bonsu, who moves to the National Spelling Bee representing Charles County.
Mom, stand up. We have
right.
to recognize you. There's Mom.
There's Mom. Good. Okay, good. All right, so when you win big, right? And financial is always really important. Start early. I'm not saying you have to save everything that's in here, but save a little bit, okay? Inside, with our congratulations from Educational Systems Federal Credit Union, there is a Visa gift card for $500.
Come on down, Mom.
And here's a certificate.
We always give the moms the money.
That's right. Oh, are you responsible? Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah, scripts will not be cheap, right?
Right.
I'm gonna get a picture with your mom.
Oh, who's coming with us? Oh, Dad's here too.
Dad's here too.
We're gonna get over here, Mom and Dad.
Okay. Let's get a picture. The winners. Because we know you helped practice, right?
It's mostly all her.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations to all of our spellers. This concludes our program for this year. Thank you for your support and drive safely. Good night.